You are watching Access LaPorte County, Channel 97. Coming up next is the May 9th meeting of the Michiana Shores Town Council. You can find more information for this meeting at www.accesslaportecounty.org.
All right, it is about 7:05. I will call the meeting to order. Everyone please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. All right, we will need to do the roll call. Joan, do you want to do that or should I? Okay, if you're ready to go, then please go ahead and roll call.
President Diamond. Tom Reese.
Present.
Vice President Michael Martinez.
Present.
Ralph Fox. Here. Sam Paxton.
Here.
Rich Young. Congratulations, all of our councils here. And I'm here. Attorney Brad Adamski.
Present.
Fire Chief Gary Bendix.
Absent.
Not here, is it? He went.
He's absent.
Okay. Police Chief Mark Swistek.
Present.
And Matt Bowman, BZA President, absent. And Code Enforcement Officer Deb Chubb.
Should be here.
She will be here.
I think so. She did not say she wouldn't, so
And floodplain administrator,
is absent.
Doug Reyes is absent. Plant Commission President Ralph Fox, we are here to do approve duty. Website Samantha Arnold. No answer, I guess she's absent. And Road Commissioner Bob Sokowski.
Yep.
Complain.
All right. Thank you, Joan, for the roll call. Now, to
Deb
Deb.
has joined us.
Pardon?
Deb has joined us.
Oh, Deb has joined us remotely. Okay, so Deb is on. Yeah, she's on remote.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Recording in progress.
Okay, number 3, let's look at the agenda, please. I've sent out reminders to take a look at it. I got some comments, and I thank you for those. Are there any other additions or corrections to the minutes? I sent the most recent copy out midday today, a little bit about noon, a little after noon. John, did you see that?
Yeah.
The one? Okay, very good. Okay, there was nothing else after
I
that.
sent you the note on that. Wasn't it?
Yes. Okay, any other comments, changes? If not, then I need a motion to accept the agenda as presented.
I'll make a motion to accept the agenda as presented.
Okay, Michael Martinez moves, I need a second.
Second.
Okay, Sam Paxton seconds. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Rich, are you still reading? Oh, I didn't hear, I'm sorry. Okay. All right, all 5 ayes. So the agenda has been adopted. Let's move on to the meeting minutes of April 11th, 2023. Has everybody had a chance to review the minutes?
Yes.
Okay, are there any additions, corrections from anybody?
I had none.
None? Nothing? Rich is always a good one for finding our details, nothing? Okay. Well then, if there are no additions or corrections to the minutes, then I need a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
Make a motion to to approve the minutes as presented.
Okay, I need a second. Sam?
Second.
Sam Paxton seconds. All in favor indicate by saying aye, please.
Aye.
Aye, okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I'm going to hand the meeting over for number 5 to Michael Martinez.
All right, good evening, everyone. I wanted to go ahead and recognize an individual that's here today that not only sets the standard for excellence and professionalism, but also protects our town and our residents, and is just an overall great human being. Chief Marshal Mark Swistek was awarded the Police Officer of the Year award from the Indiana Law Enforcement District 1, which is a very prestigious award with dozens of nominees and is only handed out annually to and 2, Chief Marshal Mark Swistek was the winner. This was in due part to the heroics displayed at the 316 Groveland Drive incident. This award will be officially given to Chief Swistek on this Tuesday, March 30th at the Indiana Dunes Pavilion. One of the things...
March 30th?
May 30th, sorry. One of the things, Chief Swistek, that I pulled from your email or communication was that you had stated, we have a very professional and dedicated team of law enforcement professionals at the Long Beach Police Department. But one thing that I will say to you is that with every great team comes a great leader. To lead them and hold them to such high standards. So on behalf of the council here, we wanted to congratulate you for that award and just thank you for everything that you do. So.
I appreciate the acknowledgement and thank you again for allowing myself and our team to serve you throughout the year. And again, I go back to a great team, great mentor over the years as well. Who is still with our team to this day, so I'm very much appreciative and thank you. Like I said, it'll be official here in 3 weeks. I was very humbled and honored for the nomination and to have been selected. So thank you again. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Should I make a motion?
No, I don't think so. Okay, let's move on to number 6, reports from the committees and the clerk treasurer. So Joan, take it away.
While I'm doing that, you want to sign the minutes?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. I believe everyone has their emails that I sent them.
Yes.
Okay. First one I'm going to work with is the April additional voucher. To Baker Tilly Municipal Advisors, $284.73, working on a community development, reestablishing the CCD fund. They're helping me with additional appropriations, which is to date $711.25. Wex Bank for fuel, $138.39. AT&T for phone, $94.62 for internet revenue. I was reading the accounting scripture. Reprographic Arts, printing the spring flyer, $320. LaPorte County Herald Dispatch for printing the BZA router fence hearing that the BZA had, $164.75. Bradley Adamski for Liga for the monthly retrainer, $625. Friedman and Associates for the rebelling and miscellaneous correspondence and documentation. That's between our president and also the code enforcement officer. NIPSCO for the garage lights for April, $50.47. For the street lights, $18.33. And for garage heat, $91.14. This was for April. For a grand total of $300,492.43.
Any questions or comments from the council members?
Joan, for the LaPorte County Herald Dispatch, that was to announce the BZA meeting in the paper?
No, that's announcing that there was going to be a hearing for the variance for that particular party, for the fence.
So posting that on the signboard is insufficient. I thought that was one of the reasons why.
Some of the things we have to post in the newspaper.
The newspaper stuff.
This was at the time that we didn't know, I didn't know who was going to be doing the signboards.
Okay. So we could potentially avoid the future.
On some of them, yes. If we give them up, we have to give them up get them up and posted within certain time lengths. We can't just get them up 2 days before.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 10 days.
10 days for that, but on some of the other postings, like on the CCD fund, that has to be in the newspaper twice. They have 30 days for people to appeal, and then we have to wait until that 30 days is over. It takes 2.5 months between all the advertising and everything.
Okay, good enough.
Rich, did you have something to say, I thought?
I was gonna ask on the same, but
Okay.
if it's a variance they're applying for, right? Is that
If
this
it's,
fence,
they applied for a fence, a privacy fence.
and there's a variance here?
Yeah.
Yes, that was a variance because it was a developmental standards.
So they have, doesn't he have to pay then some?
Oh, yes, yes, there was a $150 fee with it. That's the reason.
I thought we were gonna
That
raise.
was $250 already. It should be for the BZA.
Good question. I didn't take it,
Okay.
I just got the information.
Could be that they started the process before the fee was raised. I don't know for sure.
I don't know.
No, I think it was afterwards. It was raised already last year, so it should have been known.
Well, I know
Okay.
we discussed it, sometimes you approve things and you don't do a resolution or an ordinance, and it's pretty hard to find them.
Isn't that the BZA's decision? It's not ours, it's the BZA to make that
That's true.
decision,
That's right.
not the town council, so we don't vote.
But it is a BZA thing.
Okay, all right. Okay, John?
You need it, you want to.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Just
I make a motion to
No.
approve those expenses.
All right, so Ralph Box moves to approve the expenses. For Rich Young seconds. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, so the ayes have it. Okay. Thank you.
While you sign that, I will go ahead and read the April payroll. I'm just going to give you a bottom line for that. It's $3,890.31. Transferring the payroll to the general budget.
Okay. Anybody have a question about that?
No, I'll make a motion to approve that expense.
Okay. Ralph Box moves. I need a second.
Second.
Okay, Sam Paxton second. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, the 5 ayes. Have it.
It's been a long time since I had the 5 ayes.
Yes, you were right. Okay.
Okay. Okay, the next one we have is for the March 31st payroll taxes, which we, after we had the meeting, a regular monthly meeting, and a grand total on those taxes is $2,786.63.
Again, any questions from anyone?
No, I'll make a motion to approve it. Since
All right. Ralph Box moves to approve. I need a second.
I'll second.
Michael Martinez seconds that. All in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Okay, the ayes have it, Joan?
Yeah. Good.
Okay, thank
And
you.
last is the vouchers that we have as of to date. And I will read them. The Town of Long Beach for police protection, $5,174. Michiana Sheriff's Volunteer Fire Department, $105 for the rental. Office Depot, we have a credit of $7.50. And we also purchased copy paper, toner for our office printer, $579.77. Also, printer ink for the code enforcement officer, $23.97. It's usually not that cheap. We had a lot of credits built up, so it was practically nothing. Republic Services for refuse, $4,659.72. Department of Waterworks for Kincaid Park, $9.36. Mick Wolf for raking sand at Validor Court, spraying weed killer. This was done during April, May, $90. Spring cleanup both parks, May 2023, $300. Baker Tilly, final billing for the 2002 annual report, $1,344.50. AT&T Internet, $97.37. Comcast Internet, $121.30. Before you ask me, we have 2 internet providers. One's for all my, I guess if you want to say the organizations I belong to, and the other one we use for financials. LaPorte County Treasurer, spring ditch maintenance, $499.98. And somewhere along the line, they found one that we didn't have, or we missed, whatever, and we paid an extra $7.50. Mick Wolf again for mowing parks, April and May, $250. Chase Card Services, we've got binders and pens for $10.70. Adobe licenses for the computers, $21.39. Microsoft, $25 for both computers. And we purchased a mailbox that Gary was so kind to put on outside of the building here, which will be for building permits. They can pick them up anytime they want to. They don't even have to come in the office if they don't want to see us when we're open. They can drop them out there. If they have money to it, it has to go in the mailbox, not in the other. It'll be just for permits. And Mick Wolf, he picked up sand for the sandbox, for the kitty sandbox, and that came to $93.17. Brenda Heckman, travel, bank and post office, $45. Another one for Chase Card Services for the variances. I don't know if you all know that we have to notify the surrounding residents of a variance, no matter who it is, whether it's a regular BZA developmental standards or the one for STR. We have to notify the neighbors, and that has to be done return receipt mail. They haven't changed that yet, even though a lot of them come back and just say delivered on it. So some of them never come back. This last one, we had one come back. It was like 8 or 9 of them, and there's one that came back. LaPorte County Herald Dispatch for the reestablishment of the CCD fund, $76.52. There's Chase Card Services. We did webs for our web fees, $300 for the year. Michiana Shores Volunteer Fire Department Fire Protection for May, $3,683.16. And we have another one for the Department of Water Works in Michigan City for the garage, $9.36. Signature Lawns, $7,844. That's for picking up the leaves. A grand total of $25,539.66.
Okay, any questions from my council here? No? Joan, I was just confused. Why are there 2 different intranet providers?
One is
I know, I understood what you said, but why do there need to be 2? I just don't understand.
because I am getting so many emails from the different organizations, because the one is like a chat line that I get so many of them, and it gets mixed up with the financial, the ones that I'm dealing with financials.
Okay, well,
You just might figure out a better way of
No,
doing it.
well, I have, so, I use, right now we use Google, but we have various accounts on Google. I have my personal one, I have one that I use for banking, but it all comes through the same, in other words, same service, it all comes through Comcast at my house. But you have two different, actually, internet providers doing this for you?
We had Comcast before, then we switched over, and we have things coming through that we put on for Microsoft. And then we have Keystone that we do
Okay,
everything's on the web, not on the web, I should say, everything is on the computer.
yes, okay, I understand, all right. Okay, I think
Do you want to, maybe stop by and
yeah.
show her that?
Right, okay. Well, not just that, but I mean, it's probably they're all probably just different accounts, and they're all coming through Comcast, right?
No, they're not.
No, they're not all coming through Comcast? Oh,
They're separate, they're totally separate.
okay. All right, we'll stop in somebody.
Some of the forms that we have with the government agencies, both federal and state, require you to use certain ones.
Certain
Like
means.
Firefox is one of them that they use, and Google.
Yeah.
Well, those aren't
I'm not
internet
gonna say-
providers, yeah, those are just different
Right. but that's the
Those
thing.
are
browsers.
browsers.
Okay,
I can stop by on Friday and just kind of talk with you about that.
okay. All right, well, thank you very much. Now, if there are no other questions, then I need a motion to approve.
Motion to approve as presented.
Okay, I need a second. Rich, okay. Michael Martinez moved to approve. Rich Young seconded. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, 5 ayes.
Who seconded it?
Rich Young,
Richard?
yes.
I just talk so low. Okay.
All right. Thank you. Do you have other reports right now, or are you done for now?
The only other thing I had is we had a gentleman call who was building a ramp for one of the people in town. He was volunteering his services, and when the materials came in, the person had passed on, in fact, the day that they were delivering the materials, and they would like a refund on their permit.
Isn't that's on the agenda?
Yeah, that's on the agenda under miscellaneous business, but we can address it now if you want to. You're going to wait. It doesn't make a difference to me.
Okay, never seen it.
All right, so let's just address that right now since Joan brought it up. This would be 12B, building permit refund requested for Verbatic at 400 Oakland Drive.
Yeah.
Refund because the citizen had passed away.
Yeah, the one who needed it, so they didn't even begin
Didn't
the,
need the ramp anymore.
yeah, okay.
How much was the permit for?
$210.
I think we didn't want that.
Well, they have two inspections on it. I've never heard of that for a ramp.
Well,
Something
probably,
new to me.
that's probably the framing for it or something, so.
There's not much for it.
All right, well, can I just go ahead and make a motion to
You sure
refund?
can.
All right, I'll make a motion to refund the building permit for 400 Oakland Drive.
And I will second that. Thank you.
Okay, Michael Martinez has moved, Ralph Box second. So, but we haven't paid, I'm just going to make a comment right now unless somebody else wants to. We have not paid anything yet to LaPorte County for inspections on that, did we? Not yet.
It's been done.
Nothing's been, okay, excellent. No, I just wondered if something had been said.
As far as I know.
Okay, thank you, that's it. Any other questions or concerns? No? Then, all in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye, okay. Aye as well, so the ayes have it, we approve the refund request to Horvatic.
Okay, you had 5 ayes, right?
Yes. Okay,
Yep.
I can move on, all right.
We can move on.
We move on to the resolutions and ordinances, and we will begin with the ordinance 2023-04, the comprehensive plan of 2023, the 5-year update. Ralph, would you like to present that, please?
Yes, just as a reminder, 3 Plan Commission meetings ago, 2 months ago, the Plan Commission finished the work on updating the comprehensive plan this year, and we had a public meeting and then voted to approve it. We haven't been able to vote on it from the town council perspective, just because we haven't had the right people here. So now that we're all here tonight, this would be an appropriate time. I'll read the ordinance, it's short and to the point. Ordinance 2023-04, Town of Michiana Shores, Indiana, ordinance to adopt the 2023 comprehensive plan. Whereas the Town Council of the Town of Michiana Shores maintains ordinances and resolutions in its town municipal code, hereinafter referred to as the code, and whereas the Michiana Shores Advisory Plan Commission, following the guidelines of IC 36-7-4-500, approved and adopted the 2023 comprehensive plan on March 7th, 2023. And whereas the Town of Michiana Shores, acting within the guidelines of IC 36-7-4-500, that's the section that covers the comprehensive plan, reviewed the 2023 comprehensive plan as adopted by the Advisory Plan Commission on March 7th, 2023. Now, therefore, it is hereby ordained and enacted by the Town Council of the Town of Michiana Shores, LaPorte County, Indiana, approves the 2023 comprehensive plan as adopted and certified by the Advisory Plan Commission. The repeal provision is all prior ordinances or resolutions or parts thereof inconsistent with any of the provisions of this ordinance are hereby repealed. The severability clause, if any section, clause, provision, or portion of this resolution is deemed to be invalid or unconstitutional by a court of competent jurisdiction, such provision shall not affect any other section, clause, provision, or portion of this ordinance. Passed and adopted by the Town Council of the Town of Michiana Shores, County of LaPorte, Indiana, this 9th day of May, 2023.
All right, council members, any questions? Any more concerns? No more? You all took time to take a look at that comprehensive plan for the last time? Everything is all good?
Yeah, I worked on it with them, so.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying just in case something came up in the last month or two, so. Okay, in that case, Sam, you're good? Rich, you're good? Okay, excellent. So, all in favor, not all in favor, just a minute, I need a motion to approve ordinance 2023-04, Town of Michiana Shores, Indiana ordinance to adopt the 2023 comprehensive plan. That's Rich? Okay. Rich moved. Michael Martinez seconded. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Is that an aye from you, Rich? I couldn't hear. Yes, thank you. Okay. The ayes have it, 5. All right.
It's not that easy, you're gonna have to sign for it.
Okay, well, soon we'll do that.
So
Okay.
John, I'll stop by the next day or so when you're here, and I'm not sure what you need exactly from me as far as the document, what format it needs to be in.
I'm gonna need that, yeah.
I'll verify what you need.
And I should have, did you do a certification from the Plan Commission to the
Yes,
council?
we gave that in to you, Joan, the week of March 7th. That would have been, the meeting was March 7th. And Ralph brought one over to me and signed it, and I dropped it off with you.
Yeah, that's signed.
Yes.
Then it should be in the meeting.
Yes, we did the certification on time within that first week. Okay, let's move on to the next, the resolution 2023-03, Town of Michiana Shores MS4 Municipal Separate Storm Sewer Systems Designation and Acceptance. Be it resolved by the Town Council of Michiana Shores, Indiana, that a need now exists to accept the MS4 permit that is federally mandated under the Clean Water Act and administered by the Indiana Department of Environmental Management, IDEM. Whereas the Town of Michiana Shores, LaPorte County, Indiana, intends to discharge stormwater into the following watershed, Lake Michigan. Whereas the Town of Michiana Shores has notified the public of their intent to submit an application to IDEM to obtain coverage as an MS4. Whereas the Town of Michiana Shores has submitted a notice of intent and a white letter to the Indiana Department of Environmental Management, IDEM, that it does intend to comply with the Indiana code requirements of 327 IAC 15-13 to discharge stormwater runoff associated with municipal separate storm sewer systems, or the MS4. This resolution shall be effective from and after adoption by this council and in compliance with 327 IAC 15-13. Effective date, the terms of this resolution are retroactive to April 14th, 2023. Approved and adopted by the Town Council of the Town of Michiana Shores, County of LaPorte, Indiana, this 9th day of May, 2023, by a majority vote of the Town Council. Any questions, comments, concerns?
Just a quick clarification, what resolution do you have on the
It says 2023-03.
on the agenda as a four?
Oh, for, Joan gave me another number, yes. Oh, yes, on the agenda I can see. Joan gave me a list of numbers, and I believe, yes.
Correct, the reference.
Pardon?
I thought I sent it to everybody.
Yeah, well, but I had missed the correction, okay? So this is all right. Now, if there are no questions, then, or comments, then I need a motion to approve.
So I'll make a motion to approve the MS4 resolution 2023-03.
I
Okay.
will second that.
Okay, Michael Martinez moved, Ralph Box seconded. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, okay. The 5 ayes. Joan, the motion has been, for the resolution has been approved. Let's move on to resolution,
Let's get it signed.
Look, this one was the first one, comprehensive plan.
If I don't get it now, 3 months later, I'm thinking,
I want an email from you.
Here we go.
oh, come on, you guys are adults, I shouldn't have to do that.
So Donna, I want to point out, I don't know if I have the latest version of the agenda, but for the next 2 resolutions, the numbers aren't complete in the.
Oh, you are correct, yes, 2023 for the refuse, that one is 2023-04.
For the refuse.
For the refuse, okay. And the other one is 2023-05.
Yeah. But I guess what
Okay.
you get what I'm saying on the agenda.
Yes, no, I understand, that's where I fixed it on the agenda, thank you for pointing that out. And Joan, I only have one copy, and I'm going to, for this one, I will need to retype it because I just found a typo as I was going through it. Okay?
It's gonna be your responsibility. to
I'll collect them,
signatures.
I will collect them.
Okay.
Okay? Okay. Let us move on to Resolution 2023-04, approving the 2023 refuse contract.
Resolution 2023-04, a resolution authorizing the Michiana Shores Town Council President to execute the bid, acceptance, and/or contract document for refuse and garbage service. Whereas the Town Council opened bids for refuge and garbage pickup services for the town of Michiana Shores at its meeting on March 4th, 2023, and selected Republic Services. And whereas it is recorded in the council meeting minutes of March 14th, 2023, that a motion was made and seconded to accept Republic Services bid for 3 years with the optional 4th year based on the lower cost for services provided. The motion carried 3 ayes with the present members. Now therefore be it ordained and approved by a majority vote of the town council of the town of Michiana Shores that the council president is authorized to execute the bid acceptance document and/or the contract document with Republic Services, all of which is ordained, adopted, and approved on the 9th day of May 2023 AD by a majority vote of the town council of the town of Michiana Shores, LaPorte County, Indiana.
Okay, any questions or comments from the council? No? Okay, then I need a motion to approve this and accept the Resolution 2023-04, approving the 2023 refuse contract being signed.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, Ralph Box
I'll second.
made the motion, Michael Martinez seconded. All in favor indicate by saying aye. 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 Okay, thank you. 5 ayes, all right. We have one copy of this here, John, so. All right, pass that along, please. All right, let's move on to Resolution 2023-05, approving the town executive signature for the CCG award acceptance. Okay. Resolution 2023-05, a resolution authorizing the Michiana Shores Town Council President to execute the CCG award documents. Whereas the town of Michiana Shores applied for the Community Crossings Grants Awards made by the Indiana Department of Transportation of matching funds for street paving in the first round of applications for the year 2023, and whereas notification of the granting of an award to the town of Michiana Shores was received on April 12, 2023. Now therefore be it ordained and approved by a majority vote of the town council of the town of Michiana Shores that the council president is authorized to execute the document to accept the grant. all of which is ordained, adopted, and approved on the 9th day of May 2023 AD by a majority vote of the Town Council of the Town of Michiana Shores, LaPorte County, Indiana. Council, any kind of questions, concerns? Nothing, then I need a motion to approve.
No more.
Okay, Rich Young moves to,
I'll second.
okay, Michael Martinez seconds. All in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Okay, aye. 5 ayes, the motion, the resolution has been approved. Thank you. Okay. I'll have to track them down for the second copies, no matter what. Okay, we move on to departmental reports. And just as, well, everybody here who sends them in does do a good job sending them in. So, Police Chief Mark Twistek, please.
Good evening. During the month of April, the Long Beach Police Department responded to 271 calls for service when compared to 168 calls for service in 2022 for an overall increase of 103 calls for service. During the month of April, 21 incident reports were documented. A total of 16 individuals were arrested, 6 felony arrests. 3 of those felony arrests were for traffic violations, and the other 3 were for warrants for arrest. 5 individuals were arrested for operating a motor vehicle while intoxicated, and 10 misdemeanor arrests were effective for traffic-related offenses as well. April was a very steady month for us. The overall increase in traffic enforcement is attributed to, the overall increase in calls for service is attributed to the increase in traffic enforcement that our staff had conducted during the month. In the next following weeks, we'll be bringing our speed radar trailer over to the town of Michiana Shores. We'll see that deployed. Specific to the town, on April 6th, Deputy Marshal Matthew Farling observed a vehicle on US 12 with no license plate. He attempted to stop the vehicle, at which time the vehicle disregarded. The vehicle pursuit was started at about 4:14 in the morning. The driver fled just a short distance to the entrance of Michiana Shores here off US 12 near Old Grand Beach Road, where the driver had rolled his Ford Escape at the Amtrak crossing due to the excessive speed. The driver fled, was not located that night. However, we identified the driver. The driver was already wanted on outstanding warrants, and we have filed for an additional warrant for that individual. The vehicle was towed from the scene. On April 10th, Deputy Jason Yagowski was conducting traffic enforcement here on El Portal Drive, at which time he observed a vehicle pass his location. The driver was not wearing a seatbelt at the time. Upon stopping the vehicle, it was discovered that the 54-year-old male from Michigan City was operating a motor vehicle without ever receiving a driver's license. The driver was issued a summons and assigned a court date in traffic court and Port Superior Court. Other than that, I have nothing further to pass on.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, fire report, please.
Yeah, I need it. For the month of April, 209 recorded hours were spent. Usual meetings throughout the month. Calls for service on the 4th. At 10:11 a.m., Zoom call, medical call. On the 4th at 10:40, Pontchartrain, medical call. On the 11th at 1:12, Lakeshore Drive, structure fire. That was it. That time is wrong, because I was like 5 midnight, like that, 5:30 in the morning, whatever that was. On the 14th and the 15th, about the same time, we assisted a bunch of the fire departments for a large brush fire in Johnson Road. On the 27th, Lakeshore Drive, alarm. Also on the 27th, Red Wing Trail for a controlled burn. Pancake breakfast was held this past Sunday. We were very steady. It wasn't a record like the rest of them, but we did pretty good. So thank you all for your attention.
Thank you.
Thanks.
We appreciated it. Okay,
Sorry.
pardon?
You have
I have a copy, yes, thank you. Building Commissioner, Code Enforcement Officer Deb Chubb.
So I'm gonna email the report out.
this afternoon, if anyone has any questions about it.
Any comments or questions, gentlemen? No, doesn't look like it, okay? Continue, Deb.
All right. Well, everything's on there, nothing else besides what's on the report.
Okay, well, thank you very much for this information then, all right? Okay, that was Deb's report. Dolly, now you would be next, but now, are you making a report, or is Jean gonna make a report?
When she,
Oh, I don't know, I didn't know which one may have had more information. Okay, Dolly, go ahead, please, stand up and make a report.
It's fine, but we don't have one member yet that didn't show up at the last minute to vote on. And
okay.
most of it was just talking about Booster Club. They were all here for the meeting and we've never had that before.
Okay. All right. Is there anything, I think you mentioned that anything else to add for anything? Okay. Well, I don't know, then I was mistaken on that. Okay, let's move on. Road Commissioner Bob Solkowski.
12 hours from last month, it was 11 hours. I had potholes, had a big tree come down on Oakdale, and I mowed across the street. I do have some bad news about the big truck. It's still not fixed. We're having issues with repairing the rear pistons and the dual and the back brakes. They thought they had it fixed, took it out and took it for a test drive, because they still got salt in it they gotta get rid of. And the front brake line blew. So, one thing after another with that. So, I don't know how expensive it's gonna be. But we still have that.
Okay. Well, please be in touch with Rich, with regards to, what's taking place on that as it moves forward. Okay, thank you. And then, because we are speaking with you right now, I just wanted to ask that I got mentioned that I received a phone call or an email from a resident asking about the tree that is located near Parkside and where Pontchartrain becomes the one-way street in that area, that there's a tree that they were concerned about.
It doesn't appear to be dead, but I don't see it as an emergency right now.
Okay. All right, but you got it, then we'll put that on your list. But I did receive an email on that. Okay, thank you. Plan Commission, Ralph Box.
Okay, we didn't have any permits to vote on at the last meeting, but we did have a special meeting to talk about the new proposed short-term rental ordinance changes. We made the decision to make a few modifications at that point. And then at the next meeting on June 6th, we'll have the public comment meeting. So that means that a couple of weeks prior to that point, I will provide Joan with a copy of the ordinance that she can distribute to those that want it. We'll put it on the website. We'll post a notification of the public meeting in the message boards. So we'll take care of all that in plenty of time. I anticipate doing a final vote with the Plan Commission at that meeting, and then it can move forward to the Town Council.
Okay.
I don't know that we'll be ready to present it at the Town Council meeting the following week, but definitely in July.
Okay. Now, are you considering this a meeting or a hearing, as in a public hearing?
Yeah, it's a public hearing. I
Okay.
use the term meeting.
All right, okay. All right, thank you. Okay. Any questions? Ralph? No? Okay. Then let's move on to, there's nothing, Deb, are you still on the meeting?
Yes, she is.
Deb, could you please give us any information on the BZA?
BZA met and approved the variance for that privacy fence between 3811 and 3813 Michiana Drive. That was it. So
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, thank you very much. And is the meeting, I noted it as May 22nd, is that correct? Or is it
For
June?
BZA?
Is it, BZA, when is it going to be? May 22nd, June 22nd?
Yeah, let me take a look here.
Did she say there was a hearing?
No, they did a regular
Yeah,
visit.
that's June 22nd.
June 22nd, thank you, okay.
Yep.
Thank you very much. Okay, White Ditch Drainage Board, they don't have us in their eyesights for anything, which is very good. McWolf had removed a tree last month already, and there was a tree that was down east of Pokagon. There are still some branches that have to be removed, and I believe that the Drainage Board has asked Mick Wolf to complete the removal of those branches that are dragging into the water in that section between Pokagon and the Michigan border. I have nothing new from Samantha. And with regards to NERC, at the last meeting, which took place just about a week and a half ago, it was last week. So the NERC is reviewing what they call a 2050 plan, and this plan is concerning the tri-county areas, is concerned about and has been tasked with figuring out different ways to minimize or to lessen the effects of transportation on the air and improving better air quality, living conditions and so forth for everybody. So it's a long piece of information. I will ask for a link to be placed on the website to the NERC site so people would be able to take a look at it. But it was very interesting to see they've got projections made as to how they think that the air quality will go down as exhaust emissions, all these come down as well. There was information about new electric vehicle charging stations coming up across our area of Indiana. They're still not, very numerous, but they are increasing as time goes on. So I will ask to put the link on to our website so that anybody who's interested could take a better look. It's called the 2050 Plan. As well, NERC had a meeting for the environmental group, which also concerns themselves with these kind of issues. So while at the environmental group it was possible to see what we can possibly do even as a small community with helping with air quality and maintaining our green spaces, which is a big part of helping to clean up the bad air. The more trees we have, the better it is. The amount of trees has been coming down every single year because trees take a long time to grow, and they either get old and fall down, or they have been removed for development and so forth. So NERC is really recommending that people try to increase either the planting and increase people's awareness of trees. And I think we did include that in our comprehensive plan to make sure that this is something that we as a town will try to attempt to do. Okay, that is it for the report. So we can move on to unfinished business. How about those name boards?
They're on order. After
Okay.
we approved the expense at the last meeting, it took me a few days of working out the details with people, but they're on order. They haven't given me a firm delivery date yet.
Okay.
But I will update you when I do.
Okay, great, thank you.
Yes, you got a purchase order from me.
I wasn't sure.
Okay. All right, now, I know that we began to introduce the nuisance ordinance last month. Is there anything you wanted to add right now? Because Sammy, we're working on that now.
I have nothing new to report, still pending a review and approval or guidance from Brad
Okay.
on the notice that we would provide, and then we'll need to talk about roles and responsibility of who would be responsible for determining the definition of the nuisance of this, and then
Okay. All right, thank you. At this point, I will make a comment that the office received, I received a call, and I know that the office received a call, and it was about someone who had noticed, they weren't sure whether it was a fox or a coyote, that had been entering the home that is located directly across the south side of Kincaid Park, and it's actually the home that's located next to Dolly Millick.
Well, I didn't ever see it.
Well, that's not the point. The point, there were people who saw it and saw it going down. And so that at this point, it's that home also joins the list of nuisance homes then, if that is indeed taking place. I don't think that anybody was called yet to try to look for that fox or coyote, whatever it may have been. But I think that that may be an issue that we need to take a look at with regards to, taking care of this particular animal. Do you guys have any kind of comments on that?
No, but I have seen activity at that house in the last week. I've seen, the lid was up on the car that's out front, the front door was open, and that's the first time I've seen anybody there in 5 years.
Okay.
It's also on lots of cover, so anybody can get in there.
It's also a home that's had a blue tarp on the roof.
Yes, over the roof for many years.
For good, how many years?
A lot. Oh, yeah, it's been on there for a long time now.
It shouldn't be there.
No, it should not. It absolutely should not.
Okay.
Okay, all right, yes. Deb?
I did make a call to that homeowner and talked to him, and he assured me that he was going to get on the case of buttoning up the house, sealing it up.
Of doing what to the house?
Button it up.
Oh, buttoning it up. Oh, I gotcha. Okay. Yes, I noticed there was a rock and a stick across the hole. Yes, one I went by the other day on our cleaning day. So thank you, Deb. All right, we move on to new business. Bob brought to me, and I guess he shared it with others as well, a list of expenses that would be incurred for reinstalling the town map. So Bob, do you want to give us any more info on that? I shared that with everybody. You all saw it, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Any comments?
got the prices and we'll do approval, spend the money, and I get stuff ordered.
Okay. All right, and you were working with someone from the council, right? With Sam? Yeah.
Could you add a 5-gallon thing of Thompson's water so we can seal it before we put it up?
Okay.
So what's the total about?
For now, $245.59 plus.
$50 a ton.
Okay.
That's just for material.
Yeah, for them, because they will be working on it. The men will be working on
What was
it.
that?
Is it gonna be brought forward any, or? Gonna be put?
Here by the mailboxes. I'm gonna level out next to the mailboxes over here, do some tree trimming, and we're gonna put it over there next to the mailbox.
By the entrance to the stable?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you. So now I need a motion then to approve the expenses.
I'll make a motion to approve the expenses with the update of adding the Thompson's water seal,
Okay.
roughly $50 on top of the $245 quote.
All right. So Michael Martinez has moved to approve the expenses for reinstalling the town map, adding an additional bucket of sealer, bringing the cost closer to $300. Ralph Box has seconded. All in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Sam?
Say 300 or 800?
300.
Okay.
300, yeah. Okay, Rich?
Aye.
Aye, everybody's, okay, 5 ayes, okay, and it was 245 and then plus a bucket of the gallon.
I see what you did.
Okay, so they said it's about $50, I'm just saying it should be about
Pretty
300.
higher than that with the prices the way they are.
Yeah, well,
I have very much.
okay. All right, thank you on that. Attorney report?
Just briefly, a couple of things that were already mentioned. One by Ralph, I did attend the special meeting with you guys, your plan commission. Then we've got, I'm sure you'll mention it later, the executive session coming up this week, and the workshop that touches on one of the things Sam talked about.
Okay, all right, thank you very much. Oh, how about any of the issues that were taking place with regards to some of the letters you and Deb had to work on? How are those moving along?
I still need to connect with that.
Okay, all right, okay, thank you. You have questions?
Not for Brad, but any update on what the previous firm was working on? I know that they were working on older items. Has that all been closed down?
Are you talking about,
Freeman?
oh yeah, their other things are done except for the Grubell issue, and that's to be, we're gonna do that at the executive session. Okay, thank you very much, Brad. Yes,
Corinne,
Yes.
did you wanna make a comment?
I did.
oh,
Because we're
please,
almost at the public.
yeah, That's coming right
I
now.
can't see in the dark, so I have to get home before it gets any darker.
All right, well,
Oh, okay.
I suggest-
Go ahead, please. Go ahead.
There are two big potholes that are just wanting to eat my tires, right if you turn right on Hiawatha Drive, and it would be great, so I'm gonna throw a couple bags of stone in them before I do use the tire or anything.
Okay, that's it. All right, but just FYI, the community crossing grant has Hiawatha on the list.
Oh, yeah, but I don't think we can wait for it.
Well, okay, Bob, you hear that? Maybe you can check those out, please, okay? Thank you. All right, thank you, Greg. Thank you. Okay, let us do miscellaneous business, and that would be, A, I have included here the MS4 annual meeting and training, and asking for approval for myself to attend and to help pay for the expenses of the registration and travel for this particular session. I sent everybody a copy of the program, and in the past, and about a week ago or more, I had sent information in general about the travel. I also included for you, the potential expenses, of this event. So if you want to share your thoughts on that, that would be good.
No, I think it's great, you can go.
Yeah, I think it's important that someone gets a little bit more knowledgeable about this, because it's a lot of responsibility in the town.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be more stuff to do, but that was it. You already know, that we had to do this. So,
Do you make a motion to approve?
Yeah, somebody would need to make a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the expenses for the MS4 annual meeting and training.
Okay. I need a second.
I'll second.
Okay, Sam Paxton. All right, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Did you vote, Rich?
No,
You're going to abstain?
well, I don't know what I'm voting on.
Oh, okay.
I chose not to be a computer person.
Yes.
I'm not stupid, I could have done it. But I don't get half of this stuff.
Well, I don't know how often you check in with Joan in the office, but Joan gets a copy when I send anything out. So, if you would stop in with her,
You
maybe.
got some of that MS4 stuff. I've given you 2 folders of stuff this month. The one I gave you today, and the one I gave you a couple.
The registration.
But Diana, I think you sent the expenses out today, so.
Yeah, the expenses came out today. That's true, yeah. I did.
So
Okay,
he may not have that.
okay, that is, here we go. Then you can pass this over to, pass that one over, and then pass the rest, here, this is for the hotel part, okay? So that Rich would see that.
Does it have the expenses on the one you said?
Yeah, these are, it's an invoice, yeah, and it was an invoice from,
Yeah.
okay, it's an invoice actually from the registration, because I registered and they sent me an invoice.
Okay, but you put the expense of the travel, one,
Yeah.
that has to be done.
Yes.
It's on the email.
Yeah,
Do you have a rough total?
yeah, well, it's, I believe I told, oops, let me take a look, maybe you can take a look at it. It was, registration was, I believe, $215 for the workshop for the new permittees, plus the annual meeting, which is a 2-day event. The hotel actually is going to run out, because it starts in the morning at like 7 on Monday, so I'm going out there Sunday, meaning that there's 2 nights in a hotel, so that's.
Hotel stays $313.36 for her stay for those 2
Yeah.
days.
So, and then if I get reimbursed for the mileage as well, I think that comes out to, I don't remember what that was. I sent an email with regards to the thing. It's 376 miles round trip. Mr. Bohachek would probably be able to tell me exactly.
177 each way.
170?
Each way.
Yeah.
State base.
Okay, because they gave me the, what's it called, on Google, one,
Correct, well, that's what they paid, that's what they paid for the last
well, that's fine.
7 years, so.
Then, okay, then you have the sum, okay? Okay. Thank you. All right, so,
Maybe you're 2 tenths longer because you're a block away.
all I know is what Google said, and wait, that's it.
Okay,
So,
so what's the number, thereabouts, $1,000?
no, 2, 3, about 550,
Plus mileage.
yeah. plus the mileage then, which was 177, you said, the mileage?
177 miles each way.
Each way, okay, so it's gonna be about,
Rate, which is,
about
you
250?
want the federal rate, you don't want the state employee rate.
Yeah, okay, it's 65 cents, it's 65.5 or whatever, so, okay. So that comes out to an additional, the total would be closer to 700 then? 2, 3, 550 approximately, yeah.
You have to pay per diem to eat, to.
Well, they provide the food. There's gonna be a reception and they provide breakfast and lunch, so that's all good. Okay. Pardon? Okay, and hopefully I learn and bring back information that I can share and pass on to the next person, because there will be a lot of tasks that we have to do with regards to this MS
So
formula.
I'll make a motion to approve the projected expenses.
Okay, and, okay, wait a minute, we started out, you had moved and Sam had seconded.
You guys already moved it.
Yeah, you already moved, okay. We just need to vote. Ralph, I mean, we started voting and then we,
I made the motion.
yes, you did. Yeah, okay,
Let's just ask for more information.
okay, all right. Was it, did you vote yes or no? Or you abstained?
I'm going yes.
Okay, so that makes it 5. Okay, he added the 5. Thank you, Brad. All right, let us move on. Okay, we took care of the building permit. Any other communications received, Joan?
I don't know where this fits.
No, I think that's it. I usually send them on to you as I.
Okay, all right, thank you. Okay,
I had a conversation with a resident, this ties into something that was kind of a big deal last year. The status of the road out here where you cross over the railroad tracks on the old Grand Beach, we know that's Michigan City and railroad land. And I know, Dinah, you were chasing that, but a resident was really complaining about it. And it patched a little bit when it got bad in January, but it's just never, until they redo it, it's going to be a
Yes.
mess.
well, I contacted Michigan City again for their streets to see whether they would please include us on this. And I'm also chasing down, Joan, we haven't received any word from the Amtrak yet on the repairs they're gonna do, because they've got railroad ties thrown
I know
down.
nothing about it.
Okay, but they've got, okay, last time around, I actually received a letter from them when they were working out here. So I don't know if there's any new letters out, but I am chasing down the gentleman that I spoke with in the past, and I've reached out to him about doing some repairs too. Otherwise, that they, at the time, they told me that they do only so many feet. I just don't remember if it was 6 or 8 feet to either side of the track, and the rest of it belongs to the municipality or the county, whoever handles the roads to those sides. So we know that this is Michigan City on the north side, and I'm not sure whether Highway 12 there is, it's a US road. So, but is it the county that administers it? I don't know. Would you know, Mr. Bohacek?
The state
Highway 12.
approaches, but I don't know what part you're looking at. If it's
The entrance into Michiana Shores, you know, where you cross the track.
Okay, well, if you have a problem with Amtrak, let me know. I mean, I can certainly reach out to my office.
Okay,
It's either gonna be the city on both sides, or the city and also NDOT. It depends on what part you're talking about. If there's an NDOT problem, reach out to me.
Okay.
I can get hold of NDOT.
all right,
If there's
Okay.
a pot that needs to be fixed, it's county jurisdiction, state jurisdiction.
all right. Okay.
I'll get that resolved for you.
Sounds good, okay, we will do that, thank you.
In answer to Ralph's question, I see they have a section of track and railroad ties already put together. And they redid the Juma Beach track, that's the way they did it. So I'm thinking they're gonna do that here at this entrance. And hopefully they'll fix that bad spot when they do it.
Yeah, but see, last time around, they did only up to so many feet and stopped, and said the rest is not ours, you know, so anyway, but that would be, we'll have
You
to,
get all the NDOT, I'm sure they're gonna have the programming and know what Amtrak's gonna
okay,
do.
that's great,
Please just,
Well,
give me
all right.
an email, that's great.
absolutely, okay, very good, please don't leave then, before then. All right, public comment, any other public comments? Yes, sir.
I got a couple of things, I'm really dressing for success today. 4.5 months of being gone, it's time to get some, the fur maintenance done. So something that's gonna impact you out of our $44 billion budget, I was looking for things that's gonna potentially impact our locals. So, all right, hang on a second. So, House Bill 1499, it's a property tax matters bill, and we all know that the values of homes have certainly escalated dramatically in the last couple of years. So we want to make sure that folks aren't really going to be getting outstripped on their ability to pay their taxes. I know that a lot of my municipalities are like, wait a second, we want to participate in all that growth in the levy. In the State House, we think you should enjoy some of it, but not all of it. So we're going to make sure that our taxpayers remain healthy. So we're raising the threshold on seniors. So if you're over 65, you set a cap on the value of the house, if you get 65 exemption. We raised that to 240 for the paid 24 taxes. Then also, we're doing a temporary raise in the, let's see, jump around. You need one place that I can say it's right. So on the homestead exemption, we're changing that around a little bit too for a couple of years. So on your, it depends on the value of the house. I mean, just look at this real quick, get right back into it. So on your on houses under 600,000, it's going to go to 35%. Right now it's 35% is offset exception. So on 40% on the page 24, 37.5% on page 25. And then back on the 25 on subsequent years, it'll be a next budget year. Then on homes that are over 600, it's still 25%. It's going to go up to 30 in page 24, 27.5, because the other ones too, and then back on the 25. So it won't really hit you guys too hard, but that's the only thing that's really going to impact local fiduciary issues. But you're still getting an overall raise in the levy, so you guys should be just fine. Got some complaints recently. So apparently we've gotten very aggressive on garbage can fines. When I was on the town board, so I was actually town council back in, it was 03, Joe got elected, we served together. But we were renegotiating the garbage contract like you are right now. And Abel, who was the contractor at the time, I think now they're Republic Services, they were like, we need to get standardized garbage cans. So the 96-gallon toters, that's when they popped up. And we had a lot of seniors and a lot of disabled folks that live in the town, and a lot of them do. And they're like, well, I can drag down a small garbage can, but how am I going to drag down a 96-gallon toter? Because it can't. I mean, it's just too much of an issue. So we told them, we said, look, tell you what, make a spot, keep it behind your, the line of your landscaping in front of your houses, but keep it in the front, walk out through your trash, and we're good. Well, now apparently we've gotten very aggressive on $10 fines. So on the Springfield side, which is my district, the Michigan Township side is mine, not mine, but I've gotten, like I said, just under 20 complaints where they call me or call me in the street when I'm walking around. I checked with Joe, and I think, Joe, what do you have? Oh, I checked with you, over 30 tickets, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
this last.
So here's the question we have is, I mean, what's the goal here? Do we want to make sure people drag their garbage can up because it's so obnoxious to go past the garbage can? Is it a safety issue? What's the issue here? Because the ordinance, I believe, was written, unless you guys changed it, was written when we had to drag out like little garbage cans. That means people weren't leaving their tin cans out. But I just don't understand what we're trying to do here, because it's really causing some folks some angst. Had a 1-year-old Mike Lancioni at his house. He sold it. He actually paid a spot for his garbage can. He got a ticket sitting on there. He sold it for $1 million and change. That person's not even there. They got a ticket sitting on there. I mean, wouldn't we help me to explain to the players?
Well, I thank you for your comments, and we will take that under advisement and then discuss it as a council. We're going to be having a session, coming up, a work session, so there is, but
what's the plan going forward? Am I getting, our folks and myself, are we getting any tickets as per your ordinance? Like, the next one is $30, is a day rate, what's going to happen?
well, Mike, you were on the council as well, so you remember that when public comment takes place, the council listens but doesn't necessarily give an answer. So I don't want to give an answer that's going to be off the top of my head, or have one or other person. So we're going to be having a meeting. We're doing an executive session for other things. We're going to have a workshop. So we will talk about it this coming, it's actually this Thursday. So we will then.
Is it going to be the workshop or is it going to be the exec?
It'll be in the workshop because it's not part of the executive session. No,
But
can't be.
my question is, as a board right now, you could say, let's do a moratorium on the fees between now and then, because technically, based on your ordinance, you know, we have people that aren't even here right now because they're weekend residents. They have a building commissioner start tagging them every day with more and more fines, which isn't really the spirit of the community. So
I got you, and I thank you for your opinion, but, you know, as like I said, we're not gonna make a comment now, because then we're gonna have 5 comments coming out. So we won't start that here, but we will be discussing it then on Thursday, it's this Thursday, okay? Our meeting takes place right here at 6 o'clock, and during that public session, you can be here too if you wanna be here.
let's
So-
workshop, I can talk at workshop, so.
Well, but you can listen to us, at least, so, anyway.
Well, they do this.
But anyway, but we will.
And
We'll
also they
include it
do
on Thursday, okay?
Participating in community process grant
Yeah.
with the 75-25 nature.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yes, okay. So right now, council comments. Anything from anybody over here? Nothing?
Nothing.
Okay. I do have a short comment to make. I want to thank the volunteers who helped with the cleanup. Jean Paxton, led off with the cleanup effort by working on it last week. During the middle of the week, she was so frustrated. She had other issues going on, and she went out and started cleaning. And she cleaned up all of Old Grand Beach Road, I guess up to the railroad track and back again, which was sort of nice. And then I thank the others who participated, and they were Ralph Box and Teresa Massa, Brenda and Dave Heckman came out, Ray was out there helping, my husband Ray, Deb Chubb was out there, and I know that I had a couple of other offers from people who said they were going to be monitoring the streets near their home and taking care of those. So if you know the name of those people, let us know so we can thank them as well. I know Selena Burns always cleans up on her area on Brookside. So anyway, thank you to everybody who helped work on that kind of stuff. It all helps us to keep the town nice and clean. I don't believe that I have any other kind of comments to make today, so I think that we should be pretty good. Oh, the only thing is, I made my announcement after Mr. Wahachek spoke. The town council is having an executive session because there are some things that need to be discussed with regards to any legal matters the town has. And then after that, immediately following will be a workshop for the town council members. We make no decisions, but we do discuss things so that we wouldn't be taking up the time at the actual formal meeting. But at that meeting, we can hash things out and then, get ourselves ready to make decisions at the next meeting that takes place. So if there's no other questions or comments, I will ask for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion to adjourn.
All right, okay.
8:16.
All right, thank you very much. We are adjourning our meeting at 8:16. Thank you for coming.